Hello there. How's it going? Everything's as usual in shambles. I redid my desk earlier today, and I am trying to get to the something. Oh, first let me say hi. Hello, Hot Cheeto. Hello, Benji. Quantum, good evening. Thanks for joining. SMA Sky. Turf, hello. Star Traveler. Dark Shades, wow. Hello, Steven. Yeah, long time no stream. It's been yeah, a bit long. Weather hasn't cooperated, but it looks like we might have a stretch of good weather here, but fingers crossed. Hello, Otto? And hello, Doghead Man. Yeah, make sure to hit the like. Oh, hello, Apparition. Yeah, it's, meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out how to get from here to there, so please bear with me for a bit. Let me see. Just every time my son ad comes, sorry about that. Yeah, no time for anything else. Yeah. Hello, Cosmic Ray. Yeah, it's let me see. Problem is, yeah, 0 for 7 streak. That's too bad. Stacking Bode's Galaxy, nice. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to get. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so this is unfortunately a little bit more glitchy. So let me switch over to here and let's see if this is at the right. Hey, cool. All right, that's where I wanted to be, not what I want on the screen, but at least it's where I want to be. Ooh, thunderstorms. That's annoying. Clear skies and a new mount, but no way to connect it to the tripod. Have you tried duct tape? No. Rain coming. That's too bad. Storming again. Yeah, that's kind of the way it's been here. A lot of rain. I like that glue it. Yeah, super glue works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will see, the problem is this, when I redid all of my setup here, well, I'll explain once I get something running here. Okay, let's see. Cool. All right. So I can get this running. Yeah, this might work. All right. Okay. So let's go. So I'm going to have... The conditions are pretty good at Starfront, but it's also clear here, so we will see how... Okay, cool. So, telescope 1. Oh man, left my phone downstairs. That's okay. We'll make do without. Actually, that's fine. Actually, more... Let's see... Hold on a second, I just exited a window. Yeah, okay. What would be the best way to do this? Actually, that's what I'll do. Hold on a second. I'm going to stop that. And yeah, so it's... I'll explain this big mess I have here. Let's see if this works. 7756. Okay. All right. Will this work? Great. This is the scope at Starfront. And let me go point at a target right now. Okay, so pure extension is somewhere in the US. Okay, so Starfront, we've got Starfront here. Let me go find a target image. Now, recently, I have, let's see if this works. Okay, cool. Hopefully this will load. changes to HTTPS. Okay, cool. So this is the Starfront. And so I'm going to go ahead and kick off an alignment here. I'll do the startup here, and then I'll work on getting the local scope running. Basically, what happened is, what happened was, or I redid the network, or I redid my desk. I had the camera going into the streaming PC, and I had another input for my laptop so I could screen share what I'm doing on my laptop. Long story short, I'm using that capture now for the video, so I have nothing to screen share my laptop with, and Starfront's available over a VPN, and the VPN ended up breaking on this Windows computer, so I'm having to work around it, but that's okay. So it's doing the initial startup here. So it's doing the polar alignment, which may or may not succeed, but it doesn't matter, because it'll have at least done some initialization, and then I can point it at the first target. Now, recently, I've been doing... There's been a few little windows at Starfront where it would be clear, like in the evening. I mean, like later in the evening, like 11, 12 for like an hour, and so I didn't bother streaming that. But I have been able to get some, a few targets in, and so I might try some of those. One of them is... hold on. Okay. I'd image the cosmic bat nebula, the crescent nebula, flying. But the cosmic bat was kind of a little faint, so I'm probably not going to do that again. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I was possibly going to try the Dragons of Ara again. I was able to get a little bit of time on it. It's a really southern target. Like, it's only about 10 degrees above the horizon, so in Texas, I mean, where I am in Texas. So it's not visible in a lot of the US and in Europe. So I might try to get more time on that as well. But yeah, we'll pull up, since the Milky Way is actually now getting to the summer Milky Way is now getting to the point where we can, where I can image it. Might start with that, something in the Milky Way. Okay, did this actually do anything? Doesn't look like it did. Let's try this again. Or maybe I'll just try to go to a target. What would be a good one to start with? Let's see. Alright. Hold on a second. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'll do something to the east. I mean, some of the galaxies are still visible, but the Milky Way's already kind of... Wow. Is that right? Yeah, like the Lagoon Nebula is already how far above? 15 degrees above the horizon, still a little low. So let me see. Let me find something else over here. If anybody has any suggestions. Could start with the Eagle Nebula. Oh. Tweedledum Cluster. Some interesting names. I think I still want to do another one of those live streams of oddly named things, because that can be kind of interesting. Prawn Nebula? That's a pretty southern target. I haven't actually imaged that yet. How close? Oh, that's still a ways from the meridian. Maybe I'll try that in a bit. The Prawn Nebula. Heart Nebula. Let me check. Swan Nebula? I think the heart is, I don't know if the heart is up yet. Yeah, it's basically right at the horizon. So, the Swan Nebula. Oh, that's also known as the Omega Nebula. Sure, let's start with that. That's a good one. M17. Am I remoting directly into your Raspberry Pi? Not. This web browser, or this right now, is going to the Raspberry Pi at Starfront. Now, I can remote into it, but I'm not right now. So let me go try. Let's see what the all sky camera looks like. Make sure it's not. Okay. It's not all messed up. I've been having an issue with cord wrapping again. I feel like, is it just me? I don't know. I'm going to try doing this without the light pollution filter, or should I do it with? I'll try it with. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to change the dither settings to 150 and 11 and save, and hopefully this won't bomb out. Image, get it, 1 hour, light pollution, go. Okay. Okay, that's image port is okay. All right, that's annoying. So in the meantime, okay, so let's pick something for the local Seestar. just because I am at kind of a loss for something. I'm just going to see. I haven't actually aligned this yet, so I'm going to just try to go to M13 to start with. Well, I have to go restart the Seestar at Starfront. Which is really frustrating. Alright. It's having this issue where it... so I told it to go to the Omega Nebula, and it came back saying mount go to failed, which whenever that happens, I end up having to reboot the Seestar. And hopefully it'll fix it. Alright, let me just see if anybody's chatted here. Streaming on Discord, Seder region. Let me pull that up. Oops. Let us see. Alright, yeah, Cosmic Ray is that your S30 or S50? Oops, did not mean to do that. There we go. There we go, and let's... Okay, this is the one I'm rebooting. And... did I actually hit go? Did I reboot the wrong one? S30 in equatorial mode. Cool. No, I should have. Let me try something here. Angel Wiper's ready. I guess it's about to rain there. Yeah, so I have yeah, sorry. I do control the Seestar through the Raspberry Pi. It's just I don't remote desktop into it. Sorry, I was being literal. I was kind of distracted trying to get the Starfront Seestar working. But I run a VPN basically, so I can connect directly to it and just bring up a browser window that's pointing at the ALP that's running on that Raspberry Pi. And so yeah, I'm basically directly connecting to it from my computer here to control the Seestar, but I'm not remote desktoping into it. But like I say, I was being too literal about it. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's see. I hope this doesn't get all messed up. Alright, let's see if I can do a startup at Starfront. Yeah, no problem. Oh, hello, Star Pictures Miami. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Okay, cool. So it is trying to do the startup. This is not the current state anymore. Void solve complete. Okay, that's good. Okay, it polar aligned. So let's go to the Omega Nebula. No, wrong scope. Okay. Right. And go. Hopefully that will actually work this time. That Seestar region's looking nice. Is it just me, or is it doing something weird? Let me look at the stream. That's so weird. Why is it doing that? Oh! Oops. Oops. Sorry. Sorry, I was capturing the window twice and displaying it. Sorry, that was kind of... Alright, cool. Glad to be here. Nice. I'm glad you're there. Oh, they started setting up the EQ mode. Nice. Yeah, I think you'll like it. Pigeons flying back and forth. Yeah, pretty much. Or what was that analogy that Senator had many years ago? It's like the tubes. It's like tubes. Like you stuff something in the tube here and it comes out the other end. Yeah, they don't. Yeah. Alright. It's a thinking. Okay, it's doing the dark library. And then it's probably going to do the autofocus. It's doing the autofocus. Nice. Okay. Alright. Okay. It's finally starting to stack. Now, I'm still trying to get the other scope going, the S30 that's running locally. Because it is, sorry, it's been a bit chaotic here. Yeah, so don't forget to like the video. It does help these live streams. One thing, tomorrow I am planning, if it's clear, either tomorrow or Friday, I'm hoping to actually test out the spectroheliograph again. So that I'm looking forward to getting some more time on that. Let's see what's going on here. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, give me a sec here. Why is it so slow? Alright. Always good when it ends up having heartburn. It's having a little bit of a glitch there, but hopefully this will... There we go. There we go. Oh, man. Let me... yeah, the problem was the... problem is the dither setting didn't take, which is why it's a little, well, might be one of the reasons why it's a little grainy. I think I'm going to turn the light pollution filter off. Luckily I can do it mid run. It might drop a frame here, but hopefully it'll start getting less noisy in a sec. Let me bring up let's bring up the all sky camera here. Alright, that looks good. Actually, much better. Cool. And then that looks fine. Everything's fine. Still have to go fix the other scope. But I'm having an issue controlling it, so might have to go downstairs and get my phone. But we'll see. We shall see. Cat's paw and lobster. Let me look those. Let me see where those are. Cat's paw and lobster. Okay. Oh, good evening, Brent. How's it going? Thanks for joining. I don't actually have Stellarium on this computer, so let me go look at it off screen. Cat's paw and lobster. Cat's paw is pretty low. No, I take it back. I've done lower. So that's NGC 4334. NGC 4334. Let's see what the field of view is on that one. Yeah, maybe I'll try that one. And then the lobster is right next door. Now that one almost needs a mosaic, but that one's also doable. 6357, NGC 6357. Let's see. Bug Nebula. Okay. It might seem some sprites. That might be interesting. So let's see. I had mentioned that I've been working on this, but unfortunately, because of the way I'm running it right now, it is maybe not. Oh, yeah. It doesn't actually control anything right now, so this is kind of my experimental version of ALP. I've been pushing the code to a repository. Let me drop the link in the off chance. It's not even close to ready for prime time. But you know, if people want to follow along with what I've been up to. It's it's just kind of a reimagining of ALP, but specifically the live view bits, because I feel like that was the area that needed the most improvement. And these values, again, if you've seen it recently on Discord or other places, it's the battery stack counts and temperature are live values, but the rest isn't. I've also kind of started mocking up the start imaging, and when I do that, it'll do like this overlay where it'll show like how many exposures, how far along it is, and like some metrics. These are just placeholders, but kind of give you an idea of what I'm working towards. Hit the like button. It does help these live streams, and it also will help help you get notified when I do a solar stream with a spectroheliograph. Yeah, that's I probably a high percentage of the time I've spent on getting some of the UI details kind of working the way I've wanted them to, but then also a lot of it is trying to get some of the back-end stuff re-implemented. I've kind of done it a different way that's should be more robust, handle disconnects from the Seestar better. But for some reason I broke the live view. It actually was working, and it has like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, it does have zoom, and you can rotate the image. You can see I actually had it. This is a secret feature I was working on. It wasn't pulling up the images yet, but I did have it pulling up the stats from a remote Seestar, but I was having to run the back end on the Raspberry Pi. And then I told the local back end to say, talk to that back end. And so I was able to figure out what kind of Seestar is connected to the remote. And that's the other thing. You don't have to for the local Seestars, you don't have to configure it. It'll just kind of figure out if everything's on the same network. It'll say, okay, this is your S30, this is an S50, and so this part is actually live. But anyway, just give you an idea. I do have a few days off this week and next week, so I might get some time in there to try to get it in a better state. Because I had done a few solar streams with a hydrogen alpha scope, but I did get a spectroheliograph recently, and I've only used it once, but it does the same thing, hydrogen alpha, but just really high quality, so you can see prominences and flares and stuff. So can you run it on the Raspberry Pi? I have not tried it yet. I wouldn't try it yet. Maybe by the end of the week it might be worth trying, but today I wouldn't try it. That said, all I had to do was run basically a back-end command and a front-end command, but it doesn't have any configuration. It just figures out stuff by kind of like the app. It just kind of sends out a packet or sends out a command saying, hey, are there any Seestars out there? and then it listens and it gets back. I mean, the Seestars respond and they say, I'm here, this is what kind of Seestar I am, and but maybe later in the week, fingers crossed. I mean, it'll still be really rough, but I do want to be able to at least control it and start an imaging session. That's my goal. Oh, yeah. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Raspberry Pi. It's a small PC. It's one of these. They're basically mini PCs. They're pretty cheap. They don't run Windows. They run a version of Linux. Well, I guess theoretically they could run Windows, but they're just a neat little hobbyist, inexpensive PC. You can hook to a keyboard and mouse and mess around with it. So, since they are so cheap, you can get the Pi itself for maybe $40. Plug an SD card in there and you can run it. So some people have a bunch of them for different purposes, like running your home automation and running your telescope or whatever. Yeah, it's sat track. Yeah. You know what would be? I think the S30 Pro will be really good for that because it'll have that high quality wide field. But I've been thinking about. I mean, and that's part of the motivation of like basically starting over with the back end. I'm afraid that kind of thing, like a satellite tracker, would be difficult with existing code. The existing code is not very flexible, and that's no slight on the original code. It was implemented for basically kind of not very interactive use. Like basically you send it a command, not even from a front end. It's more of an API. And so it was never, what it's being used for now was never envisioned in the beginning. So, oh, hello, my English world. Good evening. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, they're very cheap. And yeah, basically they have the Seestar is like basically has a Raspberry Pi inside. And actually, when you query it, it says it's a Raspberry Pi, which is kind of funny. I need to go downstairs and get my phone so I can try to control the S30 because it's just sitting out in the backyard idle, and we can't have that. So I'm gonna be right back. But that butterfly is looking very much like a butterfly. It's pretty cool. Cosmic rays image there, and the Omega is coming along nicely. Very nice. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm back. So I went downstairs looking for the phone, and I was like, okay, where is it? I'd left it out in the backyard. When I was getting the S30 set up, I had apparently left it sitting in a folding chair. So that was kind of awkward. Hello. Hello, TH. Raspberry Pi. Yeah. Well, the problem is the existing one doesn't do well with a stream of commands. Hello. Oh, hey. Yeah. Are you just... Yeah, I know how that goes. It is nice not having to worry about it. Or not a camera. I should have like an avatar or something. Maybe that might even be more unsettling. But yeah, so yeah, the software I was showing was basically a new kind of, I'm calling it ALP experimental. It's basically a from scratch implementation of at least a subset of ALP's functionality, focusing mostly on the live view, and just trying to clean that up. It's broken right now because it's going through active development, but it has I mean, there's a lot of it that is functional, like it's able to get statistics, like the Seestar ALP, it's 80% battery, and I had it connected at one point to the one at Starfront, but it isn't able to connect, so it says it's offline. Sorry, just catching my breath here. So I think, yeah, it's funny. Not only was this was my phone sitting in the chair, it wasn't even on the screen wasn't even locked. The Seestar app was open. I was like, and now I remember I was like setting things up, and I was trying to do something with the refractor because I was like, maybe I'll be able to use it tonight, and then it's like, oh, I need to go upstairs and start the stream, and so I just picked up my laptop and went, and the phone was still sitting there. All right, so it's pointing at M13. Maybe I'll just go ahead and start it so it's doing something. It's doing the dark library, so let's go back to this Omega. And I do think I'm going to stop this Omega soon. We're coming up on half an hour. And I'm going to try one of these other ones, like the cat's paw or lobster. What do people think about that? Which one should I do? Yeah, you can stream to Discord from a PC. I mean, I've done it on more than one occasion, and plenty of people do it. People do like their game streams on OBS. Well, no, not OBS, but yeah, you can do it to Discord just with the Discord client. I think I might do the cat's paw. We'll start with the cat's paw. And what I want to do is see what my backyard looks like to see what in the world I can even image right now. Oh. The Seestar region is actually starting to get visible. North American nebula is about to go behind something, but the elephant's trunk is actually, that might be a bit too much, but maybe is that going to be too small? I could start with let's see. Maybe I'll start with actually, let me check over here. Nope. Maybe I'll start with the Tulip Nebula. Oh, the Crescent. I could start with the Crescent. You know what? I'm going to start with the Crescent. Just because, since it's the S30 and it's got a much wider field of view, I'll start with that for the Seestar locally. Wizard Nebula. Let me look. I don't know if that's... It's kind of low right now, and it's a direction. I'll put that on the list because in a little later, it will be visible from here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's quite a, astronomy's pretty cool, but, and welcome none. Thanks for joining. But yeah, if you just hang around, ask some questions. If you want, I haven't plugged this recently, but I haven't had live streams recently. There is a channel Discord server. Is experimental ALP. It's I'll give you the source code, but it has no instructions. It has no instructions, and I disavow any I'm not in a position to offer support for it right now. It's fairly straightforward. Like, there's two pieces, the front end and the back end, but like there's major functionality that's missing. I had it working where it was actually, you had to have another piece. You had to have legacy ALP running to get the video, the stacked image going. And I'd been using that on Discord recently when I was streaming. I'd kind of been using the new ALP, the experimental one, but I decided I want to bring that the video streaming code into the new code base. I mean, I wrote the video streaming bit, so I'm familiar with it, so I pulled it in, but it's not ready yet, and so, because I wanted it to be where you just had to run the two pieces, but I'm hoping, assuming there aren't any family emergencies, that over the next, like basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like I have like 3.5 days off out of over the next 4 days, and then next week I'm taking a few days off. So I'm hoping by the end of this weekend to have at least live view working, so then you could run it standalone. But we'll see. Like, there's been times where I've been able to add a lot of functionality in a short period of time. A lot of it is just the UI is in place, and I just need to get the back end, the right back end commands getting triggered. But it's still, I mean, you can take a look at it. It's open right now, and I push. You look through the history. I'm making quite a bit of commits. Spin a wheel for a target choice. I actually do like that. I'm going to write that down. All right. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, far north. Yeah. Python astronomy. It is funny. There was we were talking about the software that's used for the spectroheliograph, and there's two major ones out there. One's called JSolX, which is written in Java, and the other one is written in Python. So there you go. Can't get away from it. But to give you an idea of if you're not familiar with a spectroheliograph, this is the thing I got, and I've used it once because I just got it, and then it's just the weather has not been cooperating. But basically, well, basically, it's got a bunch of stuff, but you end up with you can get solar images kind of like this. Oops. Like that. So it's pretty cool. You can see prominences, flares. This is a little time lapse someone made. So I hope to get it up and running again soon. Hold on a second. Does it have an option to include the filter type? I mean, it's in the file name. It's like IRCut versus LP, but if I recall correctly, it is in the fit file. It's got a lot of stuff in the fit file. There's a lot of stuff in that fit file. Arguably, I mean, it has the latitude and longitude that the phone told the scope. So basically, it would have your location in it, which if you're sharing the fit files, yeah, just keep that in mind. How long does it take? So that's the interesting thing. Like when I was doing it, it's a trade-off. You can do it quickly, but then you run the risk of artifacts. So when I was doing it, I think it was taking 20 to 40 seconds. You don't want to take too long because then you might get that can cause problems. But I was doing like 20 to 40 second scans. But that was with the old setup. I'm going to be doing it with more magnification this time, so I don't know if it'll make a difference or not. 20 to 40 seconds. I think some people were saying 10 seconds, but I was doing, I think, 20 seconds mostly. So yeah. Yeah, no, that would be handy to have some more metadata in there. But yeah, so it scans it, and then unfortunately I can't share with all of it's on this laptop, but it does the scan, and then Sorry, I was just thinking about something. It does the scan, and then the software will, you have to, the way I was using it, I was going to the directory and having the software process the file, because it actually doesn't take a photo, it does a video of the movement of scanning the sun, and it's a spectrum. Like it's kind of interesting watching it scan. But it's just a video file, like a few gigabyte video file, and then you load it in the software. Now that software can run in a mode where it monitors a directory. So then you could just create do another video, and it would automatically process when it was done. And I've thought about, eventually I'd like to get to the point of being able to do that. And really what I'd like to be able to do is automatically make an animation as it's kind of going, like I've been able to do with SharpCap with my normal hydrogen alpha scope. But yeah, it's it's a whole new world, a whole new thing. But I'm looking forward to getting some time on it. All right. Oh, hello, ARM. Oh, all right. Yeah, capture the X flare that roasts Houston. Yeah. Yeah, what is it with the satellites that image the sun? If the thing's shooting right towards Earth, you just kind of see it, instead of going off to one direction or another, you see it kind of expanding. That means it's heading right towards you. That would be, yeah, hopefully not. I haven't invested in my bunker. Oh, Python. Sorry, that. Okay, so I was, 42 minutes, perfect number. So I'm gonna stop this, and actually that doesn't look too bad, all things considered. This is in my backyard, my Bortle 9 backyard. It's actually not too bad, but I'm gonna stop. I am gonna stop that, but first let me stop. Let me stop. Well, let me do this a different way. What I am going to do is go, let's see. I think I figured, what was I going to go image first? cat's paw. So I'll do that first. Alright. Get the name, get that. Do it for a bit of time. Okay. And now I'm gonna make this go to the next target. So that is moving to the next target. And I'm going to do the same for my local scope. I was going to point it at the Crescent Nebula. So let me... There we go. All right. Let's reset the size on that. All right, and what I will do is stop the scope on the right, and I will go to the crescent, which should be visible from my backyard. It's kind of low to the northeast, but I think it's visible. If not, I'll pick something else. Alright, crescent, it's 32 degrees, and I'm kind of interested in what it's like on a wider field. Okay. Have I ever had it come loose on the mountain? No, but I do think it slipped. Everything becomes Dennis. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does seems like that. What? Starship just blew up on the test pad? It came from the top. Was that what were they doing? Were they doing like a pressure test or something? Windshield wipers. Okay. I was wondering. You had mentioned there was some storms coming. There's only 8 frames, and you can already see the beginning of the cat's paw. That's pretty impressive. But it is a pretty stark sky location. And the moon isn't up, which is nice. Okay, before I do this, let me... Yeah, unfortunately I've been really busy during the week, and so I've been doing a lot of coding. But then, and I did, there was some desk reorganization that I was wanting to do. And so I did that today, but then things are kind of in shambles. But the good thing is tomorrow I should have some time to straighten things up. So hopefully they'll be less chaotic for tomorrow. Static test fire. Blew up before the engine. Don't they realize that the engines are supposed to be at the bottom, not at the top? Was it a new ground rocket? Yeah, exactly. That's not great. They're not having a good run recently. I mean, with Starship. Hello, Wiley Site. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Yeah. No, I think they're starting a new revolutionary ground rocket. It's gonna revolutionize transportation. It's gonna go straight through the Earth. No, I don't know what. All right. Yeah. Fourth ship go boom. Boeing hasn't heard the right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. Wiley site. Yeah, technically. Yeah. No, I suspected based on your avatar there was Wile E. Coyote, but I don't know. I like pronouncing things kind of the way they read on the screen, so I've been saying it Wiley site. Yeah, I've been saying site as well, so but I have for a long time thought it was Wile E. Coyote, but I don't know why. I just kept with it. Dates back to internet origins, yeah. So some of the now this one is going to take a while, because that's in the backyard. So muds. I haven't seen that name, that term in a long time. IRC I was using into the 2000, but muds, I remember muds. I mean, it reads as Wiley site, but yeah, and of course, you've probably heard me say it on stream, so it's my fault. How about that? They said that the roof was actually going to be open all night, probably at Starfront. It is looking pretty promising. Let's see, over the last hour. It sometimes glitches when I change the duration of the time lapse. Like the first go through. That light underneath, I think they were working in Building 6. Oh, they were probably doing Starpix Miami's polar alignment. That's why there was the red light. Let me switch to the latest. Cool. Go east. You go east, a goblin stands in your way. Metro Wi-Fi on RC. The V2 Starship Curse. Yeah, block 2 or whatever, it's not doing very well. Hey Seiko, good evening. Thanks for joining. Oh, not food. Impressive boom. I need to check out the video. But yeah, version 2, block 2, whatever, has vaporized. Wow, that's impressive. Well, that's one way to get rid of some hardware. Big bada boom. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. No food. No food discussion. I had some pizza earlier. And I was so full, but that was hours ago. So unfortunately, not so full right now. Oh. You haven't, the first time for Raising Cane's? We love Raising Cane's. I think it's maybe, I want to say it was from Louisiana, which is maybe why we've had a lot of it here, because Louisiana, like where I live in Texas, is right next door, practically. By Texas standards, it's right next door. Yeah, the old Redstone program. Yeah, some of those early failures were quite hilarious. I'm sure they didn't seem so hilarious at the time, but just like that one one of those space companies where they had the rocket recently that kind of, I don't want to say walked sideways, kind of went sideways and then slowly went up. Bojangles. I've seen Bojangles. I don't think I've ever eaten at one. I mean, I drive around a lot, or have, and I think it was on a trip I saw them. But yeah, I like Raising Cane's. Yeah, no, there's some stuff I want to do with Space Engine, honestly, but I want to play around with it a bit more before I do it on stream. But yeah, I actually want to use it in a video at some point. They got bought up by some... Yeah, unfortunately that happens a lot. Yeah. I didn't work in a private equity firm, but I was in kind of the financial services space, and yeah. Need to check on a rig that's been left at a place, been in a box for 10 years to make sure it works. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Jollibee. Yeah, I'm not sure what there's some really good places here locally. There were a couple of them, but they were like one-off places. Like, really, really pretty good. Like, the kind of places where they have a line that's like 100 long, 100 people long line Sunday morning to get some Filipino fast food. Interesting. Long way to go for chicken. Oh, there's one in Plano. Hot wings if air fried, yeah. Yeah. Family Mart chicken. It's an interesting name. Don't know that we have any of those here. Probably not. Yeah, the cat's paw. It's Japan. That would explain it. Yeah, the altitude of the cat's paw is 20 degrees above the horizon right now. Got a lot of noise on it, but I'm sure I have the light pollution filter. I'm tempted to turn it off now and let it run a little longer without light pollution filter. Yeah, I'll turn off the light pollution for a bit. All right. Whataburger. I like, I mean, it's, Whataburger is, I mean, it's a burger chain. I like it. I like it, kind of, in some ways, some of the burgers seem a bit kind of old-fashioned stylistically. Sometimes I'll just get kind of their basic burger, and then they do have some kind of limited or unusual burgers sometimes that are pretty good. They also have like ridiculously large drinks. I think it was Whataburger. Like, their drinks were so big that it was really kind of, it was annoying at times because they wouldn't fit in the cup holders in our car. So you had to hold them because they were just massive. Popeyes is good. I like Popeyes. I haven't eaten there in years, but there was one near where I used to live. Been there a few times. Yeah. I think it's also light pollution filter is just kind of, but yeah, it's low. Watching the Starship run. Yeah. Oh, hello, Lauren Morris Fowler. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Chick-fil-A's good. I like Chick-fil-A. I really like Chick-fil-A. Burgers must have beetroot, bacon, and egg. Sounds good. Starbase hot fire area just melted. Yikes. Yeah. They'll rebuild it. Just like when they didn't put the flame trench or the flame suppression system in the flame trench, and it like pulverized all the concrete and blew it over tons of square miles. Yeah, well, they will rebuild it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about Whataburger, that's pretty much it. Oh man, body doesn't do well on eating out. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, unfortunately, I eat way too much. I have a hard time with it. Iron Cut's no longer iron. I love Chick-fil-A. I've had it once or twice this week, I think. I mean, the kids, a lot of people in the family like it, so. Pad 1, Massey's test site. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you have certain things, yeah, you have to be careful with your what you eat. Oh, it's a joke from Parks and Rec. Yeah, this is going to be a struggle with the crescent, but then again, that's here, so maybe I'll move to another target. Maybe I'll try the Wizard Nebula in a little bit. Yeah, I should eat home-cooked food more often, but I don't. It's one of those kind of procrastinating on eating better. Oh, how long am I going to be on? I mean, I don't have any reason to get up early tomorrow. I'm not working tomorrow. And, like Saturdays I have to get up early, but it's not Saturday, so wasn't gonna, yeah, I'll be going for at least another hour. Yeah. Well, that's cool. 90% eating out. Lightning? I mean, are you talking about like normal lightning or like the kind of the sprites and other things like that? Yeah, I don't know that counts. If you're a chef, is it really? I mean, you're cooking for yourself, but you're also eating out at the same time. Does that make sense? Something like that. Keto. Yeah. No, I've done keto. I've had good luck with keto in the past. I used it to lose a bunch of weight at one point, and it worked well. So long as you stay on it, it can be really effective, but it's not for everybody. Test was a success. Everybody's applauding. Yeah. See, it's a new ground rocket. It's a revolutionary new ground rocket. That is interesting. Yeah, I generally avoid lightning, or I don't even like, I don't know. The lightning here can be kind of scary. Yeah, no, and that is interesting, because like I'll hear lightning that seems to go on for a while. And then there's like other phenomena like ball lightning and other things, and seeing red lightning in Florida. That's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe the one thing I always find really cool when you're driving somewhere that's kind of wide open, like where you can see for quite a few miles, and there's like a distant thunderstorm at night. I always think that's cool. Kind of spooky, but cool. Yeah, you know, I mean, I lost 60 pounds doing keto, and it stayed off for a while. And it in some ways it was easier to get back on it after I'd done it for a while. Blood sugar scare. Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't even storming. Huh. It's interesting. Softball. I mean, it's possible. I have, yeah, unfortunately, there's all those kind of things that I haven't. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm sure I probably would be able to see some interesting lightning if I tried. Because where we are, I'm in Houston, and Houston has the dubious distinction of having some of the highest lightning rates on the Gulf Coast. Probably because of it's a large city and pollution and stuff kind of causes some. I saw like a video about it on PBS Terra or something channel, And they were talking about like, why is there so much lightning here? Yeah. Yeah. True story. When I was in my 20s, a coworker's wife was killed by lightning while working in the garden, and ever since then I've been even more leery of storms. And it wasn't a stormy day. I guess there was like some rain showers in the area. It was disconcerting. I've heard about that. I mean, not in the context of a hurricane, but traffic flashlight got blown away. No, I mean, yeah, ball lightning would be interesting. Well, it was we were at work, and anyway, I remember when he had to leave because he got a call. He got the call when he was at work. Anyway, enough of that cheerfulness. But yeah, it was, and especially given how active it is here, it's now one thing I have wanted to do because of like how I like photography and imaging and stuff is like I have an all sky camera, and I've wanted to basically make like a storm camera, like a more weatherproof one. And the other thing I had looked at a while back is they have electromagnetic pulse detector kind of triggers for cameras if your camera reacts quickly enough, which I think maybe it's less of a problem with newer ones, but I remember at one point not all cameras were fast enough for it, like SLRs. But basically it detects the lightning pulse, triggers the exposure. At one point I had briefly entertained the thought of getting one of those, but I've wanted to do like a storm camera. Yeah, and the one that's really cool is Chris with a K on the who is on the Discord server and will be in the chat sometimes. Like the video he did from a drone is just in Arizona of a thunderstorm. It's really pretty awesome. Oh, you do? Well, that's cool. Yeah, I've thought about getting one of those. I should. I remember when they used to be recall they were pretty expensive. Oh, right. That's right. Because you do storm chasing. That's right. Yeah, here. Yeah, that's one thing yeah. But it is something I've thought about getting. I should do that. I'll make a note. Need to make my what do you call it, storm camera. Yeah. No, that would be cool to see. I appreciate a lot of those. Some are pretty wild. When there's like a lot of branching or several different, when there's a lot going on. Or when the way they light things up. Okay, so that's the cat's paw. Now, the other one was the lobster, and that's right next door, so I might go to the lobster. Although, what I might do is go to the wizard with the local Seestar, just because I have a feeling that's going to be it's going to be a struggle to get much more than this with the crescent here. I think it's high enough. We'll see. I'll try that. Yeah. Yeah. Funny, we were just talking about your drone storm videos on a completely different topic. Let me go I'll change the lobster, NGC 6357. Okay. It is the lobster, also known as the War and Peace Nebula. Some of the names. Okay. So I'm gonna stop this cat's paw, but I just want to zoom in a little bit. Some nice dark nebulosity there. I just need to get a lot more data on that and clean it up. But that's cool. The previous target was dropping a lot of frames. It didn't drop many on this one. Let me go ahead and go on to the next one. Yeah, it blew up from the top. Yeah, better. Less pollution too. It's all limited to the area. Yeah, they reinforced the bottom maybe and forgot to reinforce the top. I don't know. Nice. What is it good for? That's funny. Antenna galaxy. Let me see. Let's see where that is. It's low and getting lower. Let me make a note for that for tomorrow or next stream, because I should do that first thing. And theoretically it's supposed to be clear tomorrow at Starfront, so okay. I'm gonna go I'm gonna switch the Crescent Nebula here to the Wizard. For reasons I'm having to do this from my phone. Okay. Is it moving? I think it's moving. Oh, helps if I hit go to. There we go. And like I say, I'm not sure if the Wizard Nebula is high enough here, but we're gonna try. $93, jeez, yikes! It's only 81 here. It's downright cool. Feels like 83 because of the humidity. Yeah. Yikes. Well, I just fired Friday looks amazing. Nice. See, how is it going to be here? It looks like it's going to be excellent seeing at noon here on Friday, which could be good for solar, but doesn't help. And then it's just average in the evening. Yeah, maybe Sunday might be, if it's clear Sundays, it might be above average, but yeah, just kind of meh, unfortunately. Looking for galaxy. Yeah. Is there static? Oh. I wonder if it's because I had my phone too close to a cable. Did the static start? Unfortunately, there's not a good way for me to check that. Or wait, there is. Still there. And did it just start? Oh. Only when I speak. Huh. I wonder if I'm clipping. Let me try listening to that back. Started a bit ago. Oh. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Just trying to figure out what might be causing this. I take it that the Wizard Nebula is still behind a tree. Hello, hello. Hello? 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 It's very odd. It's very, very odd. Alright, well, I made some adjustments, but I don't know if that'll help or not. Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed anything. Is the volume okay right now? It's still doing it, never mind. I thought maybe it was something related to clipping, but I'll have to... Anyway, yeah, on the right we have some unfathomable cosmic horror. The sky's being eaten. Bit of an echo, could be clipping. Huh. Yeah, lovely branches. Didn't pop. Oh, hello, Mind Mobility. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Can we try cat's eye? Let me check. I'm clearly going to have to redo this a bit before the next stream. Yeah, let's see where the cat's eye is. Cat's eye nebula? Oh, yeah, that one. Which... Is it high enough? It might be high enough. Let's try this from Starfront. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is live. Yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining. So that's the lobster. Yeah, it's XLR. And I'll have to look at it. Maybe when I was redoing some cables, maybe I bumped something. Cat's eye. So let's see. Cat's eye. Get that. And pen that. Let me see if since it's not my phone, let me check this. I'm just trying to make sure that it's pointing at the Wizard Nebula. Alright, so I'm gonna move on to the cat's eye. We'll see if it works, or if it's high enough. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I might have to completely redo it, but I'm not going to do it on the stream because yeah. Call it a night. Good night. Thanks for joining. White dots. Well, over here, this is some nebulosity called the Lobster Nebula. It's kind of like the beginning of a claw, I guess. Dog stuff. It's cat's paw, cat's eyes, or dog nebula. Don't know. Canis, that's true. Canis means dog. Oh, hi. Yeah. In Australia. That's cool. Well, welcome. Oh, is that the center of it already? It's very green. I feel like this is having a hard time of it, probably because of the tree. So maybe the wizard might not be. Yeah. And of course now, yeah. I mean the central bit did show up pretty quickly. But then there's the kind of the extended nebulosity. It's 50 degrees, I believe. Yeah, 50 degrees, almost due north. Which, because of the location of the scope, I don't know what my visibility is to the north, so, because of the wall. Yeah, there's still branches there. So let me find something else for the local Seestar. Alright. Oh, there's a lot up now. North American Nebula's up, actually. I haven't imaged that with the S30 yet, I don't think. The veil's starting to get up. Yeah, maybe I'll do the North American Nebula. And that's just going to be getting higher, so that should be a good one. Let me check. Are we lumpy fast food choice? Nice. I'm going to try turning off the light pollution filter on the cat's eye, because sometimes I have better luck without it. At Starfront, not from home. All right. Gonna start imaging. Yeah, we're imaging the cat's eye on the right. How bright is the center? I'm not sure, but pretty bright because it showed up on like with nothing stacked. Oh. You'll have to give me a moment. I think my laptop ran out of power. We're just messing up all kinds of things here today. Give me a second here. I'll be right back. Anyway, I'm not sure if it ran out of power or if it crashed. I'm about to find out. And the downside is the video on the right, or the images on the right, might be paused. That is odd. Yeah, it crashed. So give me a moment while I bring everything back on. I hate it when that happens. It's taking a bit of time. Like I say, give me a moment, because I see the chat, but I can't bring it on screen until I get the computer back running. All right. Okay, now. Yeah, the computer, like I say, literally, I think it ran out of power and crashed. And so it is coming back. And of course it's restarting a whole bunch of stuff, but okay. Okay. Oh. That might actually be easier than I thought it would be. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, let me get back to the chat. Sorry, it's just everything crashed and restarted, and now it's back. All right. My mind, I can't see the. Yeah, it's pretty far, pretty close to the celestial, north celestial pole. Yeah, it should be. Really? 11? Well, look in X-ray. Give it time. Let me hit reload. Because the problem was, because this isn't on the VPN, all the connections were going through my laptop, and so when it crashed, it all stopped. Hold on, let me check something here. Hold on. All right. Okay. Hopefully now it should be back. I say that, but then it restarted everything. Went sideways. Give me a sec. Okay. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can get this all back. There we go. Yeah, so long story short, the question was, is it, was the light pollution filter on? It was initially, and I think I shut it off. Some massive artifacting. It's a really faint night. Galaxy. Yeah, I don't know. That's an excellent question. Kind of, sort of, not yet. Definitely not yet. But that's actually kind of part of the plan. And not tail scale per se. But yeah. I want to get some of the basic fundamentals in place. But it's actually high on my list. Because let me go back to where I was. If I go to so let's go back to this. Why can't it find the local one? Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, some things are kind of messed up right now. But it does kind of periodically check. Yeah, see, and it's showed up. So it's definitely more dynamic. Where was I going with that? Yeah, it's definitely something that would be early. There's base code. I mean, it hasn't been written, but I have a specific. I've gone through a few iterations of this, of kind of trying to get remote Seestar stuff working, and I'm a bit happier with the way it works. It's like, I mean, it wasn't even like intentional, but you saw like it showed the one, and then because I had restarted the back end to not point at the remote. And it dynamically, the local one showed up. So the idea is that scopes can come and go, and it would be able to see. But yeah, it wasn't tail scale per se, but something related. And there's some things I still need to work out. Details. Yeah. Let me see. So if I look at the cat's eye. Yeah, this galaxy, yeah, this is a galaxy. NGC 6552? I think is what it is. NGC 6552. It is 100 and it's a Type 2 Seestar galaxy. So it's an active galaxy. It's like 400 million light years away, I think. Somewhere around there. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I think 600 million. If I'm reading this correct. If I'm reading this correctly. So, pretty far. Pretty far. I don't know what is going on with this one. Like, why are there so many artifacts with this one? That's weird. Alright. Oh, that's cool. Here we go. And why isn't this loading? All right. This one's... Oh yeah, it's starting to see the North American Nebula in there. Huh. This is exactly why I'm trying to work on the new ALP. It kind of timed out on me and I had to restart something, and yep. the reason I was trying to bring this up is it's kind of cool that there's the Milky Way starting to show on the all-sky camera. Let me see if I actually shut off the light pollution filter, or if I just imagine that on the Starfront scope. No, I did shut it off. That would be interesting. Yeah, I think it's a tracking. Yeah, exactly. It's a tracking issue. Let's see. I just wanted to bring this up because I thought it was really cool looking. Seeing the Milky Way in the corner there. Sometimes it glitches when it's trying to replay. But yeah, you can see it rotating into view. It'll be cool seeing the time lapse of it over the night. Yeah, there's a lot of artifacts on this one. This has been going for half an hour, and I think that I'm thinking of moving on to a different target just because it's really a lot of artifacts. And sometimes when it's like that, I feel like it's just best to cut one's losses and try again, or try another time. Yeah, well, have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. All right. So the it's starting to North American Nebula. It's very, very slowly. But let's see what else we can image, since a lot of the Milky Way is up now. Pretty high, actually. Could do... so many things. I could can I do is that too low? Yeah, that might be too low. I was thinking maybe I could do the wizard, but I think that might be too low. Yeah. Good night, Dark Shade. Thanks for stopping by. Turtle Nebula. Is that what you're trying? Whoa, that's almost straight overhead here. Yeah, it's for me that would be too small. Planetary nebula. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It looks like a pretty reasonable target too. I mean, you've got more reach, so you could. Let's see, what burning targets do I have here that I am forgetting about? I mean, there's so many now. Sagittarius. You know, while I'm trying to figure something else out, I think I'm gonna get more time on this one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry. I was looking at what to add next. That's nice. Yeah, a lot of them are so small. How much time on the Dolphin Nebula? Not nearly enough. It was, I think, less than maybe 10 hours. I don't know. Whatever it wasn't enough. It's on that last. Have fun with the smallest. Yeah. Possible planetary. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm getting more time on Trifid Nebula area. Because why not? Oh, you know what I think might be my problem. Maybe Sorry, I had a momentary brain. Gonna try the dark frame. Oh, capture's active. Hold on. Let's see if this helps. All right. Wait a second. When is... Okay, the moon still has some time before it rises. Oops, bit over an hour from now the moon will rise. Yeah, right around an hour from now, which means tomorrow will be just that much better. Let's see how this goes. It's interesting because you can already see part of the trifid right there. Cheeseburger Nebula. Gotta bring up food again. NGC 7026. Oh, that's a tiny one. What is that one? Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks really cool. Which direction is that? I have to try that out. Oh, that looks good all of a sudden. Yeah, I got the trifid with this open cluster, but I also kind of framed it with more space down here because of the dark nebulosity there. And this is without filter. This is no filter right now. Able 2151. Oh, right. Yeah, that's nice and high in the sky. Maybe I'll do that next. Able 2161. $21.51, sorry. The Hercules cluster. Let's see, it's still okay. Yeah, Pac-Man does. And that's just starting to rise. It's still pretty low. And it's things that are kind of to the north, because of the way I can't see I can't get as close to the horizon to the north as I can to the south because of the wall that it's right next to, my Seestar. Yeah, 200 faint fuzzies. Yeah, I should check that. I should definitely check that. Let's see. Yeah, forget. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, C5 is that. C5. Oh, right. I need to try imaging that one again. Although it's really low right now. Yeah, it wouldn't be until later that it would be high enough for me. Like almost towards sunrise, just because it's to the north. Yeah, Trifid is pretty cool. There we go. Let me... The nebula, the dark nebulosity in the center there is pretty cool. Very cool. Yes, North American Nebulous, Houston. -8 minutes. That's yeah on this in the scope. Yeah, the nebula isn't in Houston. That could be a problem. But yeah, it's it's not too bad, all things considered, given the heavy light pollution. Oh. And There are also some clouds. Not anything too substantial, but some high clouds going through. Just a few scattered ones, so yeah, it was. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong place. Yeah, it was possibly going to start clouding up here, locally, not at Starfront. Yeah, I'll keep it going locally, but it definitely, I'm seeing on the local sky camera some more clouds coming through. Now, one thing that's just watching the Milky Way kind of rotating over the last hour. There we go. Should get an F12 Mac. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that would be cool. I'm looking forward to that. The friction drive. Get the 12-inch truss newt. Yeah, I wasn't my neck. I wasn't thinking of getting a truss Newtonian, but I was thinking of maybe getting a just one with a tube. But yeah, that was my dilemma. 8, 10, or 12-inch Newtonian. I'm still. I mean, it's probably, if I do it, it'll be a late this year or early next year. Part of me wants to have it in time for Galaxy season next year. 150-pound payload. I could put all this. It's like, what scopes do you have on the mount? Yes, all of them, all the scopes. I could, yeah. I could have my reflector, the 1, 2, 3, 4 refractors of differing vintages, hydrogen alpha scope, yeah, and I'd still probably be like a third of the way there. That would be cool. Yeah. Well, remember, I want to have a large scope and then have a small, or have a very large scope and then a large scope as the guide scope, and then another scope for that scope's guide scope. It's just like a series of smaller scopes. I'm sure that's completely practical. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Scopes all the way down. Well, guiding scope, perhaps, but then the scenario I was actually thinking of was a like a main, well, like the issues I had with the reflector, where it was such a narrow field of view. I was like, well, there were some targets where it would be cool. It would have been cool to have like the reflector kind of focusing on one part of whatever I was imaging, and then having another, like a refractor that would image a wider field. But then sometimes that's still too narrow. And one thing I've liked about the S30 is the kind of finder wide field scope. So then have a wide field scope, or I mean like a finder scope, electronic finder scope. And yeah, so you could have a narrow field, wide field imaging, a guide scope, and then a finder, a wide field, an ultra wide field finder scope or something. Mounts on mounts. I still want to have, I still would like to have a 4-axis mount, an equatorial alt azimuth mount. Not one that's convertible, but one that's Hello? Yeah, I guess the audio's back. I'm not sure what I did. Like, I could hear it on loopback, so the microphone wasn't wrong. But I like enabled and disabled some stuff in OBS, and it seems like it's the same situation or the same setup it was before. It's baffling. Oh well. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, Seika was right that I said testing, nope. Cool. Oh, mounts on mounts. Well, I was saying like alt azimuth and equatorial. Let me mute this here, and hopefully I don't cause other issues. Anyway, I want an alt azimuth equatorial mount where it can polar align itself, but then also maybe if for whatever reason you need to do alt azimuth, you can lock the equatorial part and then just control the alt azimuth. I don't know. It's probably imminently impractical, but could be interesting to be able to remotely polar align. But yeah, that was very weird. I think I might have to... Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, especially if it could be done without too much cost. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. Let's see. Yeah, one thing I was debating is how much longer I'm going to go with this. Like, because my neck is hurting. Not hurting, but just getting stiff. And I was thinking I will stream again tomorrow and do a solar stream perhaps, if it cooperates. The good thing is those clouds that I was mentioning, like a few little wispy clouds coming through here, they stopped. Yeah. Just another set of motors. I guess what... I mean, there was that NASA remote... observatory that I had run across, where they had these outdoor telescopes, and one of the features they had that kind of... And I guess I was thinking of it just at Starfront and stuff. It would be kind of cool if you could just send them something like a wedge and it would align itself. But, and then that made me think, well, like with the mount I have, and really it could be an add-on. Kind of, I mean, if they have a tilt corrector, why not have, yeah, that makes sense. And it doesn't need to be super precise, yeah. But that would be cool. Then you could just kind of put the scope out in the backyard roughly, aligned, and kind of it would maybe do the 3-point initial one and maybe even draw, drift a line or something, I don't know. Why is it so dim? Let me see. Right. Wow. That's it's funny. You not funny, but what I found interesting is when you were talking about that ordeal, I was like, I didn't even know it had Wi-Fi built in. I guess because it wasn't really a feature I was wanting. Because like my GTI mount has Wi-Fi, and I would use it initially before I got the mini PC, because I would have my Mac capturing images, and I would or I'd use a mirrorless camera with a scope, and I'd control it with the with my phone using the Wi-Fi connection. But then once I got the mini PC, I just switched to USB. And so when I got the two-way, I wasn't even thinking about that it would, of course it would have Wi-Fi, because a lot of things do these days. Yeah, that is super faint. Yeah, there was that page I ran across that showed different objects and what they look like with different narrowband filters. That was kind of interesting. Of course, it didn't have everything, but sorry, I can't help myself. Gonna do 2 hour. It's gonna glitch when it loops around, but then once it kind of I don't know why I get such a kick out of it. Maybe because this is the because I can't image the Milky Way with my all-sky camera here at home, so it's cool watching it rotate. All right. Let me check the chat. Yeah, I do like that. So it's O3S2. Cool. That's cool. Oh, hello, Space View. Literally storm where I was at. That's too bad. Good evening, and thanks for joining. No, No, Beta. Yeah. It's a little cocoon. Slowly getting some detail on the North American nebula here, which granted Bortle 9, so doing well. This is getting tons of detail, but Bortle 1/2, so Escar color magic. My giant water. Okay, cool. Yeah, gotta stay hydrated. I was outside earlier during the day and earlier this evening, and yeah, the heat, and I got a high pulse alert during the day that my pulse was elevated, and I wasn't doing anything because I was sitting in a chair, but it was like 100 degrees heat index. And so, yeah, I guess my body wasn't happy with me. So I was like, I guess this is my cue to go inside and sit in front of a fan for a bit, which I did. Three, 6, 7. Sorry, I'm just making some notes. Yeah, that's I had that happen to me. I was 19 years old, 20 years old. I kind of started feeling cold and black, almost completely blacked out. Don't recommend it. Don't recommend it at all. Luckily, there were some people passing by who had some extra water, and for me, borderline, maybe. I don't know. Like when you start getting cold, that means your body's like, yeah, there's something massively wrong. Yeah, for me, I started getting cold and started blacking out, and almost I was sitting on the ground, and some people just happened by with some ice water, and I ended up like dumping it on my, a bunch of it on my head, because I knew I was, like, my brain was having issues. Because I was like out, like biking. Yeah, you gotta watch that. I mean, I was in much better shape back then. I was out cycling and just started hitting me, and I had to stop, got off the bike, and just, yeah. But yeah, don't recommend it. And I definitely take it seriously. Yeah, symptoms. Heat stroke is dizziness, nausea, confusion. Yeah, I got ill and started blacking out. Could barely talk. So yeah, I probably had a little bit of heat stroke. Yeah, heat stroke causes brain dysfunction, confusion, agitation. You may also pass out. But yeah, that's what was happening to me. So yeah. Yeah, definitely don't. Yeah, now that I've been there before. Yeah, I'm, yeah, like I say, I try to avoid situations that lead to that after that little episode. And the wild thing is, I guess, and I talked to someone else who had this happen to them. They were a jogger, and they had that. It happened to them, like, yeah, heat stroke. And yeah, the thing that surprised me about it is I did a lot of biking in the heat here. When it was, close to 100 degrees, I'd go bike for an hour with the sun on me, no problem. But it wasn't even that as hot of a day that day, and it was kind of overcast. I remember being really surprised, because it wasn't nearly as bad as the conditions that I would regularly bike in. And I mean, I'd go biking and I'd drink like the water bottles the cyclists have. I'd go through like several of them and wouldn't have to use the restroom. Like, I was sweating it all out. Like, I'd have 4 of them or 5 of them. And yeah. And yeah, like that one day, I don't know what happened to me, but don't recommend it. And it can come on quickly. Yeah. Yep. And I think that was, it wasn't particularly hot, but I think the humidity was super high, and so the heat index was probably really high. It's not something you want to mess around with. Okay, well, let me... Oh wow, nice. That looks very nice. So that's, is that O3 and S2? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Lots of action, yeah. But that looks really cool. Very, very cool. And there's some, yeah, nice kind of more extended detail there. That'll look really cool. Yeah, don't know. Mostly O3 and HA. Looks really neat. I'm sure it'll look great once you get everything together, combine all the data. Pretty cool. Oh, nice. Zoomed in there. Yeah, it's... Two frames. Two whole frames. Wow. No, I mean, that's really, really good. Don't remember if I did it for like an hour or two. I think I just did the Trifid for an hour. Yeah. Yeah, like down here, some of the kind of extended nebulosity. Pretty cool. Yeah. It really has. Very nice. Let's see. What else could I image after? Yeah, HB03. Yeah, O3 satellite. Yeah. All right. Oh, right. Okay. So the moon will be rising in a bit over half an hour, maybe? So we're still good. Let's see. Well, that's cool. Nice. Very nice. Especially given how much you already have. That's weird. Let's see. Haven't tightened it enough. Yeah, that's... Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, that still could be... That sounds useful. So I think I'm going to... Yeah, just perpetually bored. Yeah. That, I mean... Could be a good what do you call it, catalyst to come up with some things. I think I'm gonna let the Trifid go to about an hour, and then I think I'm gonna, which is another 15 minutes. Like it's at 40 some minutes, and then I'll switch to the Crescent Nebula here locally. I mean at Starfront, and probably let it run a few hours, probably till probably run it for 4 hours, and then I might wrap up the stream at that point. Just because I'm going to be doing a solar stream, and I don't know. I want to try to get the stuff set up. Before it gets too hot. Don't discover anything at Erebin because we're never bored anymore. Yeah. Could be something. I could see there being something to that. But yeah, I want to. I was originally thinking I would set up the my scope tomorrow, like at 9 in the morning. But I don't think I'll be doing that. I don't even know. Is it even going to be good here at that time? No. Looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, because it looks like, yeah, maybe the solar stream might. I'll try tomorrow, but it might get cut short by afternoon clouds. Friday's looking good too, so I'll probably do both. Trying to get some solar time in, and Wednesday evenings kind of. I mean, Thursday evening's kind of iffy here. Friday evening's looking really good here. Saturday's looking really good here. Sunday might be good. It looks like tomorrow might be iffy at Starfront. Until later. Well, maybe it'll be okay. And Friday looks great. Saturday looks like some clouds maybe later. Sunday looks good. Monday looks good. Wednesday next week looks good. Hopefully the cloudy weather pattern is kind of finally breaking at Starfront. We shall see, though. That's cool. Yeah, that is interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Let's see. Oh, I haven't checked this list. Yeah, that's... Yeah, that Dumbbell Nebula is looking really good. Yeah, so... Gotta stay hydrated. Yeah, on the one hand, all the rain we've been getting has been great for the plants, and also we haven't had to water as much. On the other hand, it's been terrible for astronomy, and so in the summer, sometimes we'll have kind of a dry pattern here, where almost drought conditions, where it'll be sunny all day. We won't get those afternoon clouds. It'll just be sunny and clear all the time for like weeks. Problem is then the temperatures end up like in the 100, over 100. And so, yeah, it's definitely conflicting. Because it's like, I want clear weather here, but the temperatures would be a little hard, a little rough. Yeah, so... Yeah, that dumbbell is looking fantastic. Like, look at all of it, the kind of way down here. The nebulosity goes quite a distance out. And then over here some wisps. And then of course all around here. It's really pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what that'll look like put together. More hours. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That is awesome. Let's see. Alright, sorry, I'm getting distracted looking at High Point Scientific. Oh nice. 4 hours, 4 hours. That's cool. Yeah. Did through High Point. Nice. Nice, nice. Just getting distracted. All right. Need to stop looking at that. Yeah. That would be cool. Let's see. Let's see. Do I have that in an easy to get to place? Where did you post those? Was it processing? Oh, okay. Where did you? Okay, in processing. Man, that loaded slowly. So this was the HA03 filter. Not that one. Sorry. Oh, the better one. The one where you said better one. Let's try that. What happened? Oh, are you kidding me? Sorry. There we go. Oops, there we go. Yeah, hold that a second. Yeah, that's cool. Can't imagine there's a lot of silicon in there. HAO3. That's cool. So let me figure out what I did here. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh, this is done. So, I was going to go to the crescent since the moon will be rising before too long. And the good thing is tomorrow it'll just be that much better, so alright. So I'm gonna do this for 4 hours. Just because why not? Yeah. Filter less or color corrected. Yeah. That'd be cool. Very cool. But yeah, once the crescent starts imaging, I probably will start wrapping it up for the night, since I'm hoping to do a few more live streams over the next few days. But I also want to try to get some coding done during the day to get the new version of ALP in better shape. Wow, this has been only 2 drop frames over an hour and a half. That's not too bad. Not bad at all. Especially for here. I wonder when the S30 Pro comes out. Yeah. I wonder when the S30 Pro will come out. Because I think that could be... I do want to get one of those, and I want to try it out here, but I really would like to have it at Starfront, just for the even wider field and better sensor. I think that could be pretty cool. There we go. Yeah, I mean the crescent's a cool target, and plus it's got a lot of or mostly HA, but it's got a lot of. I mean there is that the O3 shell. That would be cool. Yeah, lots of HA and O3. I mean, the ones where people have really kind of processed, gotten a lot of data for it. It looks really cool. Not too bad. Yeah, I do think I will start wrapping it up because, like I say, more live streams. So if you haven't liked and subscribe, like and subscribe so you can get notified for upcoming live streams, imminent live streams. Not tonight, but tomorrow, hopefully. I think I might stop this and rerun the dark generation, and then I'll wrap it up. Oh yeah. Good night. Have a good rest of your evening. Let's see. So I go to commands and I create the dark, and has the temperature really changed that much at Starfront? Let's see. Brady. I usually use Brady, Texas as a proxy because it's close. Brady, Texas. Yeah. I mean, it dropped from 93 to, yeah, almost 20 degrees. So that might be, maybe that's a factor. But not sure. But I'm doing it anyway. And then I'll go image and crescent and 4 hours. It helps if I type in the right keyboard. 4 hours, light pollution filter, and go. Should already be there. Hopefully it won't have to go very far for the plate solving. Yep, first got it in the first try, because it was already there. That's kind of moved. Just waiting for it to load the stack. There we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to let this go for like 4 hours, and I will check it in the morning. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Like I say, keep an eye out for another live stream tomorrow. And I need to check out all my hardware here. Make sure the microphone and other things are... Do some equipment check. Make sure all the cables are seated. Yeah, but hope everybody has a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.